Hey, Booney or Great Blue, depending on who is watching this video and knows me or prefers to call me by. Just wanted to show some tricks involving some of the entrances that you unlock as you level up. There's a way to clip through walls. People already found out how to do the void, and it might be fixed eventually depending on how the developer feels about this. Or people skipping to the void. This is already a well-known trick, but and one of the ways that you can get the secret fish in the void, from my knowledge, I'm not that smart at the game, but I found some places, like specific places you can use this on if you want to like show off to your friends or have your like little own hangout spots that feel cool to you. Now, one of them involves this waterfall over here. If you go over here and you stand a little right here, there's like a wall behind here too that you could put a flag behind. And once you put one from the corner of a room and then go to the center just to hit the flag, you'll end up, for reference, you'll end up in a place like this, which is a better reference for where you want the flag to be. And this is one of my favorite spots to go to, actually, with the flag, because you can actually sit under the river and people will see your bobber up here. And you can also see little rings sometimes, similar to the bobber, to fish for fish that are like in the river currently and not just a catch rate fish. Like people will just see your bobber here and even see your name as you're under here. You can show off a little bit. There's a lot of places you can use this trick on. You can put it through walls, through even this one. There's a lot of walls you could explore on a map, but this is one of my favorite to go through. If you go through here, there's also a couple extra passages you can go. You can go around here, look for little bobs in the river above you if you want to catch a specific fish. Or go through a wall again and use these walls to travel around the map and have your own like unique spots. I'm hoping the developer does not fix this because it doesn't really impact the game at all. There's only like two types of fish, saltwater and freshwater, either fish in the ocean or the lake. I think this should just be kept as a thing that you could do for players who are more experienced with the game overall and just found out bugs through these means. I think this should just be a trick that should stay in the game, and I want people to actually take advantage of spots like these, because it really brings me in nostalgia, like entering a Roblox world in like 2010 or something, and just get into like funny spots. I already have another video showing how you could make movements with the mushrooms, even though I'm not totally great at it. I just know you could change your directions, but this is like just another thing you could do with the entrances, and then just go wherever you want to explore, wherever you see fit and wherever you're comfortable or want to be when you're fishing, or you know, just, or if you just want like flexing rights, or if you just want to like flex on people and just be like, hey, you can't get over here. For those who don't see the video, you could just do that, I guess. You know, be a little kid again. There's a couple of favorite spots that I also have involving this trick, as soon as I... Not super stupid. You could probably fast forward the video here and get to a part where I'm not stuck on a place like this. There we go. Now, it's probably better to do this using the small item entrance, but I mostly have my mouse on the right side of my screen when I'm playing in this game. And then over here, there's a really funny spot that I like to do for a little quotation marks trolling. There's a wall behind here. You can't quite see it like other walls. You can't just see a wall behind it, but there is a wall somewhere here, and there is an easy way to go here besides this one, which I'll show after this. But once you're in here, you could just come at the shroom from this direction. No. You come at the shroom from this direction, like right behind it, and make a light input, and then you can just, depending on how close you are, you could just have this thing go off infinitely, and it makes people, some people I've seen have gone crazy over it. And as I said, like some spots, there's always going to be like a little fishing area you could always take. For some people, if you want to like make people go bonkers, you could like fish, have your bobber go into the lake here, and people actually see your bobber pop up from out of nowhere. Of course, you can always instantly fix this by returning the spawn, if you don't want to do it the hard way through the entrances. But there's another way to get to there through an easier route, but that's just a shortcut I take to avoid diving over here after I leave the upstream river. You can do it from here, and it's much easier to actually get through here, because you could just hold forward and go through without all the confusion. There's also another funny spot you could take if you're interested. There's plenty of walls like this, but you'll notice that there's like waterfalls and stuff like that over here. There's always going to be like walls somewhere that you can't do this in, depending on both collision and the type of terrain the flag wants to be on, because you're not going to be able to place a flag on something that has zero terrain, and most of that's going to be under the map where you're going to want to try this out. But you can actually do the same thing, fish around this river, or explore around, be a little silly. You can even go even deeper under here. You get to see a little ghost hand here from the graveyard. And I'm not sure if they did anything with this, or if I'm remembering correctly, but you can even go a little further out here, and you can fish up here, but in some areas you can fish right on the ground into the ocean. Not there. There's a couple of spots you could do something in. Perhaps not here. I'll go look in another area. And rain applies underground too. If you have a cloud above you, you can still get the rainfish. Like, you'll still be in range to get that stuff. Cause I've done this trick a lot. There's a little spot I like here. Not for fishing, obviously. I've never tried that before. That's a meteor. Speaking of which, let's see if I can do something funny just from here. Can I see a meteor from under here? Would be pretty funny. Maybe not. I'll go ahead and get the meteor. Well, actually, no, I'll do that another time. I have plenty of unidentified fish. But there's plenty of spots that you could take advantage of. There's one that I really like over here, particularly. There's two ways to get through it. There's a wall right here. I'm not sure if it was fixed or something. Okay, probably not. Yeah, because I could still put the flag in. Then you go in here, and somewhere through here you can actually fish on the ocean still. This is an example of map terrain that you could still fish through. even though your bobber will go up on most terrain when you're inside of it. So around here, no, that's definitely a spot you can't do that in. But there are spots like this. You can go through the wall and do this. And then on some parts of the map, actually has invisible terrain that you could walk on. Like this, which I was trying to talk about earlier. You could fish on spots like this and still fish on the ground, similar to the void, but you just get ocean fish if you don't want to swap saltwater and freshwater bobbers. This is probably getting too long of a video, and I don't have the most amazing voice, and I'm not the most amazing gamer in the world. I'm playing a funny fishing game, showing useless tricks just for show off and gag. But you could use these tricks all over the map. There's plenty of spots. You can even use them on next to some of the secret bone spots, like some of the spots that have these bones. You can go through walls next to them and just fish on like funny spots, and just use the tricks at your own leisure. You know, show them to some friends if you want, like your own little hangout spots. Show off in front of a crowd of people. I mean, of course, eventually people begin to know when you show it off. People see as it gets more popular, if it ever does, or maybe it will, just will. There's always going to be someone who doesn't know, and that makes it a little bit funny.